Hello, citizen. The Emperor is dead, and so... If you run into trouble, come find me. Speak.
Spare a coin for the infirm?
Hail.
May the wind be on your back. Edla. Edla Darkheart. If you want to be a marksman, I can train you. If you can breathe, I can teach you. One place is pretty much like another. Regner hates it. But Regner hates everything. Take care.
Greetings, Imperial. I'm Regner. You want anything? Talk to Edla. I've heard Edla Darkheart was once an assassin. I hate it here. Came here with Edla. All these snooty southerners. And damn guards won't let anyone have any fun. Bye. Good to see you. Hello!
Can't you see that I'm upset? I can't help myself. I'm just a sucker for well-heeled men. That Ola, for example, at the Tap and Tack. He's dreamy. And successful, too. Our affairs are none of your business. I don't know who you are, and you think I'm going to talk to you about my ex-lover? Our affairs are... Did you hear about Braden Lyrian? A vampire hunter named Raynal Draelus made his way into town, snuck into his house and killed him. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures and Raynal slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. We'll see. That's really funny. What nonsense. Oh, please. What a great story. You're wasting your breath. Oh, that's great. Don't talk such rot. Don't talk such rot. That's just talk. That's remarkable. That's great. How's it go again? What nonsense. You're wasting your breath. That's not bad. I suppose I can trust you with this information. After all, if you can help me recover my stolen gold, you may find yourself earning some of it. I know what you've heard, all about Jorunda and his run-in with the town guard. Well, let's just say it isn't exactly all true. I may have let a detail or two leak out to entice someone such as you to assist me. Until you agree to my scheme, I don't want to say more. All I can promise is that you'll be making a lot of money. Are you in or are you out? Smart answer. Here's the deal. Jorunda and I have had a rocky relationship at best. Against my will, I've been dragged all over Cyrodiil helping him commit petty crimes. I wouldn't say we're thieves. I mean, we've stolen things, sure. But we've never stolen that much at one time. Just enough to keep us going. That is until last year. Jorunda started to take risks and began robbing more dangerous targets. Not just lone merchants, mind you. I'm talking about the bigger scores, like estates and tax shipments. I begged him to stop, as I knew that his capers would one day lead to violence. He just threatened to hurt me if I got in his way. I think the gold changed him, I really do. He wasn't the man I met 7 years ago. The few times I tried to say something, he'd strike me or push me away. I began to become frightened of him. Our last score was a tax shipment being delivered to the Imperial City. We robbed it, and in the midst of the chaos, Jorunda killed a guard. I was mortified. We snatched up the gold and holed up in the mountains. He said if I breathed a word of the murder to anyone, he'd kill me. I was terrified of him at this point. 2 days later, the Bruma City Guard traced us to our makeshift campsite. I was off gathering food, but Jorunda was captured. Served him right. When I went back to the site later, the gold was gone. He'd moved it. What I need you to do is go to the Bruma Castle dungeons and speak to him for me. Convince him to tell you where the gold is, and then we split it. He's not likely to just come out and tell you, so get creative.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynald Draelus, will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure. Go ahead. Thank you. That's just talk. Is that I? You're a big fat liar. How nice. Is that so? That's great! How's it go? That's really funny. You're too kind. That's blah blah. I see. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. I tell you... All right. Where'd you get that? That's good. Blah blah blah. What a bore. Oh, please. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Rainiel Draelis, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Rainiel arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so... I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vamp. Do you believe any of that talk about... Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble. Excuse me. Sorry.
Perhaps you can help me. I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Rainiel Draelis. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Rainiel, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carriers, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Rainiel convinced Carriers that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Rainiel character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him. I know I sound desperate. Hello.
Excuse me. Oh, you're back. Greetings. I'm listening.
It's a pleasure to see you. Welcome to Bruma Castle. What's brought you here today? Some see only the conflicts between northern and southern cultures, but I see the way they are stronger when woven together. He served Emperor Uriel for many years, and so far he has done well in an impossible situation. The Count of Skingrad and I are not social intimates. In fact, I don't believe Janus Isildur has any social intimates. I don't trust you. Go ahead. Don't make me laugh. Not bad at all. What? Oh, please. Sure, that's cute. Is that so? What a wonderful... You're full of it. Good one. Really? You're a big fat liar. That's pretty good. Good. You're a big fat liar. That's pretty good. You're pathetic. I've been looking for just... It's a quaint little house, conveniently... I'd prefer to own... May the divine smile upon you.
Hello.